From the Public Health Department here to talk about a warning that you guys have for all of us that are enjoying our summer barbecues, our picnics. A lot of people are getting ill because we're leaving our food out too long.
Yes, it's called the danger zone, Alex. But in the summer months, typically foodborne illness does increase nationwide. Hotter temperatures, this is when bacteria growth becomes much more common, and we're out and about, and we're cooking at barbecues and picnics, and food safety isn't the top of our minds. So it's something we all need to kind of circle back and think about to keep those around us safe and healthy.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times, sometimes we get consumed by the fun that we're having, and we forget that time does go by so fast, especially during the summer when you're having fun. But of course, food safety is important, because I've had food poisoning before. It is not fun. I think a lot of us have. It's miserable. You don't want to go there. So what are some tips that you would suggest people use in order to keep their food safe?
So you keep cold foods cold, hot foods hot. So what that means, you know, even your salads and
sounds
things,
simple enough.
It sounds simple, but there's something we call the danger zone. So anything that's above 41 degrees and anything that's below 135. So there's a danger zone there. In that temperature, if foods are left out more than a couple of hours, bacteria growth is going to happen. So yeah, it's definitely something we are all really, you get to talking with your friends and family, food can sit out for hours, bacteria is growing, and it's very, very dangerous, and that's why we call it the danger zone.
And there's something that you can use.
Yes.
It's called a thermometer.
It is a thermometer, and I am telling you, everyone needs to have one of these. And Alex, you and I talked yesterday, and you said you used a thermometer.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many thermometers that you can buy. I mean, you can buy a simple one like this, but I mean, they now have thermometers that you can put, you know, in your barbecue or something, and it actually syncs with your phone if you want to go high tech.
If you're a techie, like Kevin.
Yeah, and me, I have one of those. But you know, I mean, it's something just. I mean, it seems so, you know, simple. Like I can look at the meat and see if it's good enough. That's not true.
No, you can't tell. You've got to get to what we call the kill temperature. And for hamburgers, that's 160, poultry 165. And you're not going to know by looking. You've got to use the thermometer, and you've got to make sure you've killed that bacteria.
I like saying this tip that you have. We should be grilling like a pro.
Yes.
Yes, but it actually means something.
It does. You place the thermometer in the meat, then you read the thermometer to make sure it's at the proper temp, then you get it off the grill and you get it onto a clean surface. Don't you dare put it back on the plate that you serve the raw meat in. You're cross-contaminating. I think that's a really good reminder for all of us. Yeah,
and we should also mention putting it in the thickest part of the meat. You don't want to just basically just touch it in there, you know, and it'd be good. It's got to be in the thickest part of the meat.
It does. And leftovers, when you put those leftovers away within 2 hours, you definitely only 3 to 4 days in the refrigerator before you throw it out. So don't keep leftovers around too long either.
I know, which sometimes you do leave them out too long. All right, Michelle Corson, thank you so much for coming in this morning and talking about it. Yeah, this is super important, especially during the summer months. All right, we'll be back after this.